Good evening. This is Michael Love and Freedom. Hey, I was sitting around watching a little football today and decided I'd just jump on here and do a quick video. Besides answering everybody individual questions about our traveling experience the last couple months, and I figured what better way to do it than just do a pre-recorded video. And if you're watching this video now, this video was pre-recorded, as you can see. And I wanted to just answer a few questions and also share a little bit of our traveling experience with you guys. So start out, most of you guys, if it's your first time joining, your first time watching me, I'm Michael. I'm currently back residing in Mexico, and I am a disabled Marine vet that enjoying this thing they call life, and traveling about and bring you guys along with our traveling experience, or either bring you along with my everyday life. Just you can see what we see, and just thought it would be a little bit of maybe a motivation for not just myself, but for other people to see, the things that's out there in the world to see. And I thought about, hey, let's just bring, other people along with our journey, as we go and build memories. So, this is my channel, and this, that's what I decided to do. Just bring you guys along as we travel and experience different things in life. Start out. First of all, also, if it's your first time watching, first time joining the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you are tuning in, subscribe to the channel. Make sure once you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell so you'll be notified every time I go live or I post a new video such as this, and you will be kept up to date on what's going on throughout this thing they call life. And make sure you share the videos or the channel with your friends and family so they too can show a little love and support as we adventure out and build memories together. So let's jump into it.
You see me here, you see me there. Been overseas, been through the air. Traveling around the world, that's how I roll. I'ma do this till I die, listen. So don't be wasting my time, listen. If I failed, at least I tried, listen. Love and freedom is what I do.
Those who know that have been following for a while, or those who just recently started following, know that we was out of the country. We were traveling with the intentions to live abroad, and we really still haven't decided on what area or if we were going to live abroad, but we branched out. That wasn't my first time going to the Dominican Republic. I had been there two other times before my wife, and told her about all the great things and how she probably would love the DR if we went. And so we did. We took off. We went to the DR. We stayed in the Dominican Republic for about a month time. Actually, yeah, it was a month. So we actually, once we got there, the experience was, quite new for her. She was very excited that she got that first stamp in her passport. The DR, once you entered the procedure of getting your passport stamped, it does makes you feel a little different, with warm sensation. They can see that you have got a stamp in that passport and you went to a different country in life, but by her being, it's not her first country she visited, because she knows she's a native of Mexico. So the U.S. was her first country in which she came when she was very young. So she considered the U.S. as home, and Mexico as a birthplace. So DR was definitely new to her. It was quite an experience once we got there. The process was pretty simple, pretty easy. Once you have done all your legwork, dot your I's and cross your T's. And once again, I said shout out to Markel TV, and Barry, Special Howard Howard is a nomad traveler. He has a book. He has a YouTube channel as well, up and coming YouTuber, and he's very adventurous. He's a retired Army vet as well. So you guys, if you've been following me for a while and you have subscribed to Markel's or Howard's channel, you know that we always in the loop on traveling or BA things together, try to help each other out and share that much information as we can and help those who are in need as well. But by those people, once again, shout out to them. If I'm leaving out anyone, I apologize. I charge it to my head, not my heart. But right off back, those are the only ones I can think of that made a tremendous impact on my traveling experience, traveling to and from the DR and also other places. It was very easy, very swift. Once you have did your proper documentation, have it all in line, and it could be very smoothing, very easy to move about. Once you take care of those things, such as make sure you got all your immigration documents in line, make sure you've registered online, got certain e-tickets, such as Dominican Republic require e-tickets, things like that matter. Uh, Make sure you got your your return ticket, and all that. Your place of residence where you plan on staying when you go visit these countries, because they are part of the process that they ask when you are filling out those forms for entering their country. So it could really be helpful if you go ahead and do those things in advance, because once you get there and you don't have the documentation, it can hold up the process and make it a little bit more hectic for you upon arrival. So it's best to have those things already done prior to getting there. We get there, I have a driver that I was already linked in with from my previous travel. We got the driver to get us. I had already set up my Airbnb and stuff, so it was pretty easy, pretty swift. Once we got loaded up in my driver and got to our Airbnb, it was an Airbnb. I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit of the story. Some of you guys probably already heard about it. It was an Airbnb that I had never lived in or rented. And I stepped out there on the line a little bit, and since it said it was in the area where I was used to staying at, which is what they call it the Pantini area, which was supposed to be a little bit of a upscale area, less riffraff, and a much nicer view of the city of Santo Domingo. But it was a little catch to that. We actually wasn't in Pantini area. We crossed the streets a few blocks over, which is in Narco area, which I had never experienced. It had never been there, but you guys go back and watch the video that I did about that place that I stayed at. It wasn't too pleasant, and we ended up getting out of there the first day and going to another place in the Pantini, which I was familiar with, which was a beautiful, beautiful Airbnb high-rise building. I think it was about on the 8th, 9th floor, overlooking, the city. Beautiful view at night. Very comfortable place, very nice place. That's where we end up staying. Besides the point, when we went down to Boca Chica area and stayed in the beach area down in Boca Chica, and stayed there at a little area. I don't like staying at resorts too much, but that was a nice resort there called Walla Boca Chica. Very nice resort, all inclusive resort. We checked that out. Then we actually went over to another apartment, stayed at an apartment for a few days, a couple weeks or something of that matter. I think it was about a week or so. Very nice time there. Really enjoyed that. The locals was, it was very nice to be out, be able to walk out at night, go see different people, see different restaurants, visit a lot of different people, get to know a lot of locals, hang out, at nighttime, the vibe at night, out on the street, sitting there drinking, vibing, listening to good music, just watching the people, local people, how they vibe at night, how they really enjoy themselves, with no worries at all. Got to meet the local police there, and they, gave us a few safety pointers and stuff, and they made us feel very welcome, very warm, and very secure. I must say. Once again, a shout out to the Dominican, the Boca Chica Police Department down in Boca Chica in the Dominican Republic, and met some nice restaurant owners. Met a lot of nice people there in the area. It wasn't bad at all. And then we took off, just to end that, make it, I don't want to beat you guys with dead horse about the same thing I probably already did a video about, but just to catch those up who haven't been with us for a minute, just doing this video just as a review back. And we branched off and we just said, you know what, we wanted to see more of the island in Dominican Republic, but we decided to do venture out more once we come back to stay a little bit longer. And we just wanted to get our feet wet and check out other places. So we decided, all right, we've been here a little, long enough. Let's branch out and let's head to Jamaica. So that's what we did. We did like the Beverly Hillbilly, and we packed it up and we moved it on over to Jamaica, which Jamaica vibe was totally different. The vibe in Jamaica was totally different. Not saying that that it was bad in a different way or good in a different way, but for the most part, it was a better vibe for me, and I think my wife can agree with that as well. But Jamaica had its own vibe, and it had its own. I want to say, I don't know. I mean, most people go to Jamaica, they first thing they think about is that ganja. I don't smoke or any of that, so I wasn't looking forward to that ganja, but I was really looking forward to the Jamaican food. Oxtail. Eating healthy, eating some real organic type food and fruits and stuff, which was, oh my god, it was awesome. It was awesome. You can even taste the difference in the food, the fruit. Organic. You could just see it, and you could just taste the difference and not know, artificial stuff in a stuff, or it was all organic. The meat, first of all, I don't eat chicken. I didn't really care for eating chicken out of the country. I was so glued to, the U.S. chicken. And I didn't even eat the chicken in Mexico. I never used to eat the chicken in Mexico. But over there in Jamaica, I didn't even eat the chicken in the Dominican Republic because I didn't like the way it smelled. But in Jamaica, there was no smell to their chicken. The chicken did not have that coloration where I was told many years ago that the chicken in the U.S. They preserve it or they hit it up with some different type of I won't say chemicals, so it can have its shelf life or freezer life a little longer and make it look more presentable, like it's freshly looking. Red meat, where it's the red meat or the chicken. But over here in Jamaica, over there in Jamaica, as I should say, was quite different. The meat, even cooking the meat, whether it was turkey or chicken, um, whatever meat you may be cooking, a steak or whatever, you smell the meat don't have any type of that aroma. You know, it's just totally different. You have to experience it to know what I'm saying. And the taste was very different, very different. We even took upon ourselves to just to see what people was talking about eating out at KFC or something, which I'm not a big fan of KFC anyway. We did. We checked out KFC. It was okay. Like I said, the chicken tasted different. It had no smell. Didn't have that chicken smell. And I don't eat dark meat chicken because I don't like to see the veins in the chicken and all that stuff like that. And able to look at that, and it was totally different. You just have to go experience it to see what I'm talking about. Went to Popeyes. Popeyes is basically, to me, was top dog over the KFC. It was different as well. The spices wasn't as like it, I'm used to in Louisiana, because we all know that Popeyes in Louisiana is the original Popeyes. But we did like the fact in Jamaica that we could get us some spicy, the Scotch bonnet peppers and all that stuff to help spice it up. The jerk chicken was off the chain. As you can see, go back and look at some of the videos. We ate jerk chicken damn near every day, I would think. um, it was different. The markets was different. You see a small bananas and stuff like that, which I was told that those are the organic, thing, because they're not those big old huge bananas. They were little small bananas, organic. They didn't have to list any of their stuff as being organic or whatever, because basically that's all there in Jamaica is organic fruits and veggies, pretty much. Had the opportunity to experience some of their what they call their uh, exotic fruits, or what they want to call like the sour sop. They call that like a power fruit or something of that matter, which it is so delicious. A sour sop, it is so delicious. Um, we ate some breadfruit, and then most people say, "What is breadfruit?" Breadfruit, it looks like a little green, like a maybe you think it's a big avocado or something, and they just roast it in fire and over the ashes in the fire, roast it, and then they peel it. They peel it just like they peeling a pear or something, and underneath that peeling is it's like bread out there. They roast it, and it has a like a plantain taste, but like a little more of a sweet. Kind of like a banana, but taste slash plantain taste. I can't describe it so well, but I know it eat up real good, and that's their type of bread that they eat with their meals, such as their aki and their saltfish. They eat that breadfruit with that, and it's like in Mexico they eat tortillas with their meals as their bread, and in the U.S. most people eat down south they eat cornbread. Africa they eat they fufu, stuff like that. That type of bread, but it's breadfruit. It's actually a fruit. It comes into a bread form after you roast it. Very delicious, very delicious. Um, we had the opportunity to go out, experience the nightlife over there in Jamaica. We didn't just stay around in our apartment. We got out. Everything we was in the area was walking distance that we could get to everything. Just go up a few blocks, not even a block up the road. We was able to attend street parties, street dances, and enjoy watching them, listening to good music, watching some good entertainment. Some people, watching the Jamaicans, dance off, or they different types of dance move. With I said they be getting it. I really love watching them move. That's one. I shout out to one of my boys. I didn't know, how how much of an impact he made in Jamaica. Everybody knew who he was. They called him Kent Tired, and y'all probably seen a little short video I did of him. This guy, he carry on around. He entertained in a suitcase. He has like house phones in his pockets, and he just dance. He just get it out there. Can't tired. That's what they call him. He don't never get tired. He danced all night. So of course they was out there smoking that ganja. It was in the air. The ganja was out there. I mean, if you smoke ganja, and those who know what ganja is, they know what I'm talking about. If you go to Jamaica and you smoke ganja, you ain't gonna have no problem. They pass that ganja around like a cigarette. You ain't gonna have no problem. Getting you some ganja, because they really, as they say, yeah, man. You got to get that ganja in your system. Get some herbs. They say you got to get some herbs. The herbs, man. You get them herbs. But yeah, man. Jamaica's definitely an experience that everybody must experience. Everybody asking us, "Hey, did y'all have private security or what?" No, we didn't need no private security. Everybody seemed to mind their own business in Jamaica, man. And you got some people that the customer service is not that great, but you meet some great people. People seem to, I mean, not being rude to you in the streets or nothing of that matter. I'm sure there's some problems depending on what area you go to, but we was in an area where we was out at night. The local people got to see us, normally every day, every other day. They knew who we were. They know what we was about, and we had some. You probably seen a picture. I took a picture with a guy when we first got there. That's got us some cleanser. That cleanser that we had. He's a well-known roster there, and I learned a lot, about rosters when I was there by speaking directly to some real rosters. I didn't know that rosters don't eat anything with a face. They just say the boys are down there vegetarian. Anything that has a face, you shouldn't eat it. That's what they say. You know, um, we got to visit Bar Marley's museum, learn a lot about Bar Marley, what he had going on. I didn't know Bob Marley was, only a lot of people don't know about Bob Marley's history in the U.S. They just know that he smoked a lot of ganja and he got, music, good music. But to go and learn a little bit about his history of his life and go to the house that he lived in, watching the guy that knew so much about his life, narrating about his life, was very interesting. Getting to see the kitchen that he cooked his little meals on or whatever, prepared his meal, his, the bed he slept in, the area where he prayed at, his Bible. He kept the Bible open to certain verses, Psalms, and always kept his guns right beside the bed. So it was quite interesting to, learn a lot about Bob Marley. You guys, if you ever go to Kingston, Jamaica, you must visit Bob Marley's museum. But we had a real good time there at Bob Marley Museum. My wife very excited about Bob Marley Museum. She even got some merchandise at the museum. Don't get me wrong, now the merchandise is not cheap. So if you go in to buy your merchandise at the Bob Marley Museum, you might want to reconsider holding off because we did. I'm not going to tell you to hold off. You want to show support, show support. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you could get a better deal. And I'm just gonna let you guys know, we didn't learn until we was leaving at the airport. At the airport, they have a lot of souvenir shops at the airport where things are so cheap. I mean, way cheaper than, buying it maybe at the Bob Marley Museum or so. I'm not telling you not to support Bob Marley Museum, which you should. But if you want to pick up a more items or a reasonable price, check out the airport when you leave. You'll get a better deal. You get more for your money. Just put it like that. Just for an example, we bought a Bob Marley bracelet. I don't have it on. I this is my first time taking it off since we've been out. That just give you an example. That bracelet at Bob Marley Museum probably costs about $30, but you can get that same bracelet or something similar to it. To me, better quality at the airport for about $3 to $5. So I did buy another bracelet there as well. So, just to throw something out there, Bob Marley Museum, you might pay $35, $40 for a hat. You could probably get that hat $9, $10 at the airport. Just throwing something out there at you, just to help you out when you travel. Just giving you some pointers. That's what I was, my intentions were to come on here and let you guys see what we saw or hear what we heard. But all the way around, I'm not going to go on with this video. I'm going to probably do a live later on in the week or so to let you, answer any questions people may have. But I wanted to let you guys know, so far, we went to two different countries in about a month and a half time frame. And far best, we would say Jamaica. Far best, we would say Jamaica. They have their pros and cons as well. DR do. The fact of being on the beach area in the DR, walking around every day was a plus as well. I'm not knocking the DR because we definitely going to visit the DR again. But Jamaica is definitely a must repeat. Repeat, definitely a repeat, and preferably in the same area we stayed at. Preferably, I don't want to go. People go, why you gonna go to Montego Bay and all that? We are out to see the culture. We don't want to go sit in a resort where every tourist go and they don't leave that compound. They just stay there on a resort. I don't want to do that. I want to get out and see what's going on. Not putting ourselves in any danger or anything, but I do my research before I do hit those spots. But we just want to see a little bit more than just going and be stuck on a resort. Some people look at, it's all inclusive resort. Yeah, but they cater to the tourists. I want to see what the locals got going on. I want to see their culture. I want to see what, everything is about that country. But we are looking forward to real soon, hopefully this coming year in 2024, branching out to different other countries. I know one on the list that my wife said my son really want to go check out Japan. I want to take him to Okinawa, let him see Oki, learn a little bit about Oki and stay there for hopefully a couple months if possible. If not, at least a month. But Oki has changed, I know, according to one of my best friends. He has a home in Okinawa as well still, and he's living in Texas right now. Shout out to my boy Peanut. That's why I call him Peanut. I don't want to put him out there, his real name, but he know who I am. He know who I'm talking about. But we plan on going there with him and his family when they go, hopefully around June, hopefully, if Lord's will, after me and my wife come back from our cruise. We going on our cruise. We going on an old school cruise, leaving out of California, going to Ensenada. There's going to be multiple bands performing on the cruise. It's going to be a concert cruise. We're looking forward to that. So other than that, that's just to catch you guys up. I know it was a little quick video. You didn't get to ask questions about traveling experience, but I will in the near future do a live so you guys can ask questions about certain things that we seen or we experienced when we were there. You might want to know some of the areas we visit or where we stayed at. We'd be more than happy to share that with you guys as well, because we felt totally safe wherever we was at, and the people was very caring and they were very helpful. Once again, I'd like to say shout out to the Jamaican police. They have emailed me or sent me a message on the video saying it was a pleasure meeting us, and we got invited back to Bar Marley's birthday party, and they are willing to have us as VIP guests and take us backstage to meet Bar Marley's sons. A lot going on. I mean, I'm very pleased with our travel experience. We didn't have any no negative experience. I'm going to say nothing bad, nothing that wasn't something we couldn't handle. Nothing happened. Everything was a safe precaution trip. We did get discouraged a little bit once we got to Jamaica by the customer service, which they kind of explained to us about that. So we didn't let it bother us no more after we was told that it's pretty much normal to get that type of attitude from immigration there at the airport. And this was coming from somebody that worked customs, immigration, that, was out with us and showing us some areas. But I appreciate you guys watching, as always. Until the next one. Bye now. Peace. One love.
So don't be wasting my time, listen. If I failed, at least I tried, listen. Love and freedom is what I do.